All right. Hey, folks. How's everyone doing today? I can't hear you. How's everyone doing today? All right, everyone. Thanks so much, everyone, for taking the time to join us here today to celebrate this very special occasion with all our Careers in Code students. My name is Jesse Poplinski. I'm one of the partners at Hack Upstate. This is one of the first in-person / hybrid events. We have Zoom rolling as well that we've done in a very long time. And it's an honor to be able to celebrate it here at Lemoyne today. So let's give Lemoyne a big round of applause for allowing us to use this space here. Before we get rolling, I was going to say Careers in Code has continually been one of the most amazing experiences I've had both professionally and personally in my life. I've learned so much from all the students, instructors, and all of our partners. And it's been amazing to watch our students over these 24 weeks really transform into these software developers and really gain a new profound sense of confidence with the skills that they've learned. We started Hack Upstate in 2013 with the underlying mission to advance Central and Upstate New York's tech community. And since 2013, we've organized 15 total hackathons, and we've had the privilege of organizing our first cohort of Careers in Code in 2019. Here we are 8 some years later, and we're so fortunate to have the opportunity to continue to provide this technical training to women and minorities in an effort to combat poverty here in Central New York. Operating a coding bootcamp cannot be done alone. First off, we're so fortunate to have amazing partners like Lemoyne College, Center State CEO, and JP Morgan Chase to make this possible. In addition, all of our local employers that have helped to inform our curriculum and give us feedback on what we should be teaching our students to get them jobs. Secondly, all the support from our instructors and teaching assistants. You guys have spent so much time and been instrumental in teaching our students what they need to be successful after they graduate and ultimately get over the finish line for today. Third, of course, guys, our students. They've made so much sacrifice in their lives to be here today. They've gone through an insanely rigorous admissions process, and they've really proved they have the grit and the perseverance to succeed in Careers in Code, and we can't wait to see where this program will take them. So on behalf of the Hack Upstate team and the entire local tech community here, we want to thank you for all of your help, all your support, and your understanding as we operated our second cohort in a new virtual setting. And before I get any further, I'd like to invite up Bill Brower from Lemoyne College to say a few words. We're very fortunate to have Bill with us here today. So Bill, if you'd like to come up to the stage, and without further ado, give a big celebratory applause.
Thank you, Jesse. I don't know if this is on. Maybe it's not. You can hear me okay? Now it's on. Yes?
It's on.
Great. Awesome. Hey, thank you all for being here on our campus tonight. It feels so good to be at an event with human people in the same room, even though we're all wearing masks. It's just fabulous to have you here, and we're so glad we could do this. As Jesse said, my name is Bill Brower. I'm the vice president here at the College for Communications and Advancement. And my family and I celebrated graduation not too long ago. Our youngest son graduated from Lemoyne in May. So I have a sense of what some of these families are feeling tonight. It's such a privilege. It's an honor to welcome you to the Lemoyne Heights. The college is thrilled. We are grateful to be partnering with Careers in Code as part of our ERIE 21 program. ERIE 21 stands for Educating for Our Rising Innovation Economy. It's a new Erie Canal for upstate New York in the 21st century, and it's creating educational and career-related pathways to great jobs in tech right here in Syracuse and Central New York. I want to extend my personal thanks to Doug Crescenzi and Jesse Poplinski and all their colleagues who made Careers in Code possible through the pandemic. I know that wasn't easy. Lemoyne loves partnering with you. You get us, we get you. Our missions are aligned. You are men and women for and with others, and that's just who our students aspire to become. We also celebrate Magis at Lemoyne. That means keep going big, strive for more. That's what you and your incredible instructors and students have done this year. We've all heard the term go big or go home. what you've done this year is you've gone big, even though you had to stay home to do it. We're grateful to Center State CEO, especially Dominic Robinson and his work-trained team. Our friend Liza Semide is here tonight representing Center State. So thank you, Liza, for all the work and support you've given this program. We're also grateful to JP Morgan Chase. They funded this program through their Advancing Cities initiative. In 2019, Syracuse was one of 5 cities in the United States that was awarded an Advancing Cities grant. The others were, I'll see if I can remember them, Miami, San Diego, Louisville, and Chicago, and Syracuse. That's pretty good company. And so JP Morgan sees something in this region that is worth investing in, and we're trying to live up to that investment. And Careers in Code is one of the many ways that their money in this region is really creating tangible results and changing lives. I'd like to recognize and acknowledge Doug and Jesse's Careers in Code colleagues. Students who are here tonight, you know your instructors are passionate engineers, designers, technologists, and leaders in this community. They've dedicated tremendous time and effort to ensuring that you develop the skills you need to be successful. This program wouldn't be possible without the support and feedback of your instructors, who have helped make this the best virtual cohort of students possible. And speaking of students, wow. I mean, you all are incredible. You've had to make tremendous sacrifices to complete this program over the past 24 weeks. You've dedicated so many hours in the classroom, beyond the classroom. You've persevered through adversity. And I'll say this word again, Jesse said it, you've proven you have the grit to transform yourselves into software developers. Lemoyne is proud of you, and we invite you back to campus anytime you want to explore continuing and expanding your educations. Your instructors are proud of you. Your friends and families are especially proud of you. We want you very much to be proud of yourselves, and we can't wait to see where your new skills will take you. To paraphrase St. Ignatius of Loyola, he's the founder of the Jesuit order, and Lemoyne is a Jesuit college. Go forth and set the Central New York coding world on fire. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Bill. All right. So a couple of quick things. Hopefully you've seen the signs that have pasted all around here on the doors. But just for COVID-19, please wear a mask at all times, regardless of your vaccination status. You can remove your mask when you're sitting and eating or you're speaking here at this podium. Masks and sanitizer are available at the front if you'd like some. Please try to practice 6 feet of social distancing as you're networking, and make sure that you sign in at the front with your name, email, and phone number. That's really important in case you need to do any contact tracing. Go to the next slide. Also, heads up, again, this is a hybrid graduation ceremony and capstone presentation. So we do have some folks joining us on Zoom today. And so we are live streaming and recording on YouTube as a consequence of that. So this recording will be available to view afterwards on our YouTube channel. I think we all know why we're here today, but again, with Careers in Code, we're really set up to solve 2 main problems. First is the poverty issue in Central New York. So I think many of you may be aware, but Syracuse is one of the most impoverished cities across the United States. As a consequence of this, unfortunately, many individuals from these communities may not have the opportunity to advance themselves. So with Careers in Code, what we're really trying to do is increase these equal access to educational opportunities that may not be available to these individuals today. And the second big problem is the brain drain problem with these local employers, where they're really desperate for this talent. And there's a pretty sizable talent shortage in Central and Upstate New York. So many employers are when they struggle to hire, they have to unfortunately outsource or potentially go to third parties. And those are dollars and opportunities that we think are leaving this region. So with Careers in Code, we're trying to really put our local employers in a position where they can hire locally, and keep that talent here in Central and Upstate New York. So with Careers in Code, again, we provide that software engineering training over the course of 24 weeks in pursuit of preparing our students for these opportunities with local Central and Upstate New York employers. Quick code of conduct for all events. This is the first one I've done in person in a while, but in short, be cool, do the right thing, think before you speak, don't do anything instructive or inflammatory. And if you ever feel unsafe or uncomfortable, please flag myself down or don't hesitate to shoot us a note at team@hackupstate.com. This is our hashtag for the night, Careers in Code. So Dana will be monitoring all of our social media channels. So pick some pics and we'll retweet you through all of our channels. Quick rundown for the schedule. So as soon as I'm done talking here, we'll have our capstone presentations. Immediately following that, we'll have our graduation ceremony. And they'll have some networking opportunities, lightweight and informal after that is all wrapped up. Got to give a huge thank you to our team who made this program possible. So first and foremost, Doug, founding partner of Hack Upstate, who's been instrumental, really couldn't ask for a better partner. Dana, who's done a great job as program manager and helping out with the operations and marketing of Careers in Code. Laura, who has worked closely with our students over the past 24 weeks in helping them to enter their job search and careers with both confidence and competence. And last but not least, Jason, who's worked closely with our students over the past 24 weeks as well, and helping them to navigate difficult problems and challenges they face either inside or outside the classroom. So let's give a big round of applause to our team for all their hard work. And of course, got to thank our instructors. Again, we have folks from all over the place that have been dedicated to our students' growth and their learning as they transformed into these software developers and these technologists. They've done so much work in preparing their curriculum and the content, making sure our students have the fundamental skills they need to be successful. Many of our instructors and teaching assistants open up their calendars so that students can set up one-on-one times with them whenever they like. So they've dedicated so much time supporting their capstones, projects, homework, or anything at all that they needed. And they've also, again, helped with feedback for the program and really have been instrumental in helping to inform our decisions when it comes to Careers in Code. Words really can't express how grateful we are for all of our instructors and TA support and helping to transform all of our students into software engineers. So thank you so much to all of our instructors who have made our students such an amazing experience and learning what they need to. Let's give a big round of applause for our instructors. One other quick ad hoc thing, there is a little bit of condensation coming from the ceilings. I think it's particularly up here. So just watch your step. I know it's a total tangent, but just be careful where you're stepping. We have a little condensation coming down. Got to also thank our teaching assistants. Many of our teaching assistants have actually served as instructors too, but they've been so helpful in the Zoom chat, helping our students with questions. So huge thank you to our teaching assistants, helping to support all of our students. A big round of applause for our teaching assistants. Also got to give a big thanks to our guest speakers. So we've had a number of guest speakers come in and share their experiences with our students on a wide array of topics, such as getting involved in tech, networking, interview advice, and technical demonstrations as well. So it's been awesome to have them all in and share some of their stories and experience. So a big thanks to all of our guest speakers that have joined our class. Also got to thank all of our mock interviewers. So Laura has done an amazing job facilitating mock interviews for all of our students. And they got real experience and real feedback preparing for the real thing. So all the mock interviews, got a handful of companies, AIS, Syracuse University, the city of Syracuse, just to name a few, but they've carved time out of their day and have helped with these mock interviews. So let's give a big thanks to all of our mock interviewers for our students. Then, of course, got to thank our partners that have made this possible. First off, Lemoyne and Erie 21 Initiative, Center State CEO, and JP Morgan Chase. At Lemoyne, huge thank you to Bill Brower, Steve Kulik, Linda Lamura, Amanda Miles, Nicole Adams, Janine Baker, and Dave Voorhees. At Center State, thanks to Dominic Robinson, Liza Semiday, and Amy Durfree. You've all been amazing to work with, and it's really been an honor and a privilege to partner in making this cohort possible. At Common Space, got to thank them for providing co-working memberships for all of our students. Midas Consulting Group provided a generous donation to help out with some of our student stipends. And lastly, Working Solutions, we partnered with them to be able to provide our students with laptops so they can keep them after they graduate the program. So a big thanks to all of our partners who make Careers in Code possible. All right, last but certainly not least, our students. Our students have been through a lot, and they're going to tell you all about it very shortly. Again, they've really proved that they have the grit to persevere when it gets really tough. And there are weeks when it got really, really tough, both inside and outside the classroom. Many of our students maintain 9 to 5 jobs during the day, and they come to class 5:30 to 8:30 p.m., 4 days a week, over 6 months. That's tremendous sacrifice our students have made. It's been a really amazing, over the past 24 weeks, hearing from our students what their goals are after they graduate, what they want to do, how they either want to start their own business or contribute to a business they already have. It's been amazing. Our instructors have provided us with awesome feedback, but our students have as well. They're very open and honest with us. They let us know when things are working, when things aren't working. They're not afraid to speak their minds. And it's amazing that we have that level of honesty that has not only helped to improve this cohort, but will improve our cohorts moving forward as well. And we're just so thrilled and so happy to have them all involved for our second cohort. So thanks so much for students for all of your hard work and dedication to the program. It's good for our students. All right, now on to the Capstone project. So the Capstone project is something that the students have all worked on over the past 24 weeks. And the students have had full autonomy in what they wanted to build and show you all here today. So ultimately, the students just show off the work that they've done, talk about the challenging problems they've solved with the Capstone project. And really, the Capstone project is a celebration of their learning and becoming a software developer over these 24 weeks. So I hope you're all excited to see what they've built and what they've learned. Before we start our presentations, just want a quick reminder to all the students, we have 6 minutes maximum per student. When you have 2 minutes left, Dana will have signs, one at 2 minutes to do your demo, and then another at 6 minutes when your time is up. We'll have a brief Q&A for a minute for anyone in the audience or anyone on Zoom. When the person before you is answering questions, the person that is coming next should come up here and get their laptop all set and ready to go. And as a reminder here, this changed a little bit, so this is important. Your microphone and your audio on your computer should be off. When you come up here, you'll share your video and you'll share your screen. That changed a little bit. So again, I'll be up here to help you out. When you come up, you'll be sharing your video and your screen here, and I'll be over here, and we'll be capturing the audio on this. All right. All right, so without further ado, I'd like to invite the first student up to present their capstone project and celebrate their learning over these 24 weeks. So up first, we have Susan Bader, and then on deck, we have Brandy Mack. Let's get up for Susan. So got it. Then you'll join audio. Yeah. Then join computer audio.
Recording in progress.
Isn't that kind of echo though?
Yeah, you got to turn your audio. So the audio on your computer.
Oh, this one off?
Yep. So turn off the now do full screen.
Yeah. Okay.
Good to go.
Thank you. All right. Thanks for bearing with us. My name's Susan, and I am today's sacrificial lamb who's going first. And I'm going to talk about my journey here. About me, I've been a long time server bartender, front of house positions in the hospitality industry, most recently in the craft beer world. And then in March 2020, if you lived in New York State or the world, you know what happened. The industry shut down, everything closed. And then I just started thinking about the pandemic pivot. What could I do next? I needed skills. I started Googling around. and looking about computer classes or tech skills or anything like that. I stumbled upon careers in code. Somehow, I don't remember. I signed up for info, forgot all about it. Got an email months later that they were taking applications. I decided to try it and I got accepted, and that was great. And that's the beginning of the journey. So we had to come up with some sort of idea or problem. This isn't like a social problem, but I moved to the area right after the pandemic came on. So I moved to an area where everything was closed. I like live music. I was thinking, what's going to happen when everything comes back? How am I going to figure out what's going on around here? I don't really use social media. So I was like, what an informational site about music festivals would be great. It would help me. It might help other people. So that was the beginning of my idea. My first vision was like a map-based app on your phone. You pull it out, it just geolocates you, knows where you are. And I quickly realized that was extremely broad and just too much for my skill set, and also too broad in general. So I just switched it to a website and then based it on New York State. And I used the regional definitions that you would be familiar with by now from all the COVID regions. That's where I got them. My process, I had a lot of pen and paper, a lot of notes, a lot of Googling, a lot of Zoom meetings, a lot of YouTube videos. All of our class videos were on YouTube and recorded, which was great to go back to. And then there's tons of information out there by other instructors and other coders, and YouTube was great for this. Stack we used, or what I used, is all stuff we learned in class, all based on our instructors' recommendations, and they're all working professionals, so I trusted their opinion. I know there's a lot of controversy on, which thing is better and who does what, and they kind of left us out of it and just let us go with, they narrowed it down for us, so that was helpful. Yes, and then challenges. I had plenty. Learning JavaScript, it literally was a new language. Just learning the syntax, learning to read your code and see where your mistakes were, using quotes when you needed backticks. CSS is really pesky. Layout, sizing, spacing. Am I connected to the server when I'm trying to show my database? All these kind of things. Looking for stuff on Stack Overflow, and the information is from 12 years ago, so it's not really relevant. That was a problem with JavaScript. That has evolved. And then how did I stay sane during all this? A lot of visiting the state parks when time allowed, to swim and kayak and play disc golf. And then gardening, I grew tomatoes from seed for the very first time, and one of them just turned ripe last week. So on to my page. So here is my Music Festivals of New York State page. So the design, this is all the CSS. I used Bootstrap to use their cards. When you mouse over, you get a little shadow effect. I originally had the map as just a static image, and then the words were buttons. And I decided it was easier, more user-friendly to make the whole thing a clickable image. Every time you come back to the page, you get a new quote. So that's using JavaScript, and it brings up, there's an array of all the quotes, and it just brings a random quote up every single time you come back. Another little JavaScript, little alert for the areas in our state that don't have festivals yet. What else? So when I clicked on Hudson Valley to see what's going on here, I just made an API call to my database, which I created with the festivals and the locations. Learning about APIs was actually one of those light bulb moments that we always learned and talked about in class, because I know that if you get your email on your phone, you don't really have 20,000 messages there, but I never ever thought about how that was happening. So learning about this and realizing this is what's happening all the time on everything we're using was really neat. So each card just links to the festival. You can sign up. What? I'm out of time? Okay, great. Thank you.
All right. Oh, there we go. Up now we have Brandy, Mack, and then on deck we have Brielle, Dailey. Hey, put your laptop down. Share your screen. Turn on the video.
Help if I turn on the light.
Yeah.
All right, you said video.
Yep. Video. Share screen.
Duh.
And then share your desktop.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Don't worry about it. My shirt. Okay. Let's go to your slide deck. Sorry.
Oh.
Your deck ready.
Whoa.
You are good.
Thank you. So my name is Brandy, and I am here to tell you a bit about my journey to and through Careers in Code. A little bit about me, I might not look it, but I have experience in law enforcement training. I graduated from one of the best pre-employment training programs. Upon graduating, I learned that as much as I could be an officer, being an officer was not the best way for me to be of service. So I found myself tumbling fast down the rabbit hole, wanting to make a career change and not knowing how. So I utilized my training and experience in law enforcement and went into security, and I was miserable. I use shopping as a coping mechanism, which isn't something you should do if you want to keep an apartment. And with all efforts, after all efforts failed, a relative reached out and said, well, go to On Point. They help people. So for those of you who don't know, On Point for College is a community organization. In my experience, there were very much the cushion to the blow between transitioning from high school student to college freshman. Their campus angels were very much a godsend. And so reconnecting with On Point after college, I ran into Dailey, who sat me down and asked me what it was that interested me, not what I thought everybody else expected of me, but what it was that I really wanted to do. And I said, well, I want to be a better writer and I want to be a better developer. All of my attempts at developing, I've been left behind, and I wanted to be a part of something where that wasn't the case. So Dailey looked at me and said, so you want to code? I got somebody you can talk to. On Point very much did everything to put me on point. And in staying in On Point, they opened up the doors to Careers in Code, but I had to walk through. And I'm glad I did, because now I have something that I'm very proud to present. But before we get into that, these are some original concepts and ideas that I've had. Nothing much changed from conception to capstone, and I was worried about that for a while. But the Careers in Code mentors, like any doubt, concerns, or questions that I had, they had no problem addressing them.
I could shoot a message in Slack and get more than enough response, but I never got less, and I was never left behind. And because of that, I have something that I'm proud of. So this is my capstone. Zero waste directory. Syracuse, the city of Syracuse right now, the problem is that the resources on sustainability are limited. They're outdated as well, and I wanted to create something to incite a conversation on sustainability and businesses that are doing such in Syracuse, along with a few more national resources so people can check in, get one place outside of the endless scrolling, and just look at some options on how to make impactful changes. My stack involved was, on the front end, I took my HTML, CSS, and Bootstrap components and put it into styles and put them into React components. From there, I set up an API on the back end, and that is displaying my cards, and that's the main feature on the cards, which it stopped. The main feature on the cards is when you click on the accordion, you could get a brief description of the site as an accessibility feature. But the main thing is when you click on the logo, you will be sent to the site itself so you can explore and get inspired. And with all of that being shown, if you like what you see, please tap the toggle and contact me. I'll definitely get in touch. But the journey isn't over and the marathon continues. I plan on continuing with JavaScript and backend technologies. I'm looking into internship opportunities, and the real work starts tomorrow. Thank you.
Questions for Brandy? Questions? Yeah, you can still move it.
Thank you.
Yep. Thanks, Brandy.
Thank you.
Share screen. Good to go. All right. Up now we have Brielle Dailey, and on deck we have Dominique.
Hello, everyone. So I'm Brielle Dailey, a full stack developer now that I am a graduate of the Careers in Code program. I am here because I needed to change careers. I've had a job that I've loved for the last 6 years as a direct support professional. It is very fulfilling and rewarding in many ways, but I need something where I can grow and build and create. And and I'm very excited about the opportunities that this program has given me. So my project that I created is ilovecny.com. I created it because I love Central New York. I go places, I do things, I'm always having new experiences. And I hear so many other people say there's nothing to do here, and it drives me nuts. And so I'm always telling people, sharing things, and they're like, how do you find this? I'm like, well, I Googled this and I go to Syracuse.com for that. And then, I saw this on, the NPR calendar. So how could I solve this problem? And I realized I could build my own database of all the wonderful things I found here that people can go to my website and just see it all in one place and search through for the things that they're interested in. Building a website is hard. So there were a couple of bumps along the way, why is this over on that side? Where is my picture? Why won't it work? And with every fix, there are sometimes other things that go wrong. But every time I had to fix something, I learned something. And one of our very wise instructors said right at the beginning, we celebrate different errors because we do learn from them all. And I have covered such a wonderful stack in this program that I was able to use all of it for my website, from the styling with the CSS and SAS and Bootstrap, JavaScript, React, which was wonderful to work with, and then creating a great backend with the API calls to my database. And I really did write 10 lines of code without Googling anything, which was a very proud moment. And so let me show you where my project is. So this is the website, ilovecny.com. On the homepage, I have my backend sending out for information for my cards, which are just all the places that I have listed with their, which goes to individual, the React component creates an individual page for each location where I have my images to sort through and brief descriptions with links to the location's website and social media and other opportunities. And then I also have a search feature where people can search for keywords, say, I want to be outdoors. I want to be, I want to go somewhere where I can hike. I want a waterfall, and I want to be in Onondaga County. There we go. And lo and behold, I get Pratt's Falls. So I'm very excited about this project, and I am looking to expand my database now that it has been built, and I am going to be very excited when the community can use it. So thank you.
All right, questions for Brielle? Dominique, you can come on up.
Yes.
So hi, yeah, do you have any plans to allow organizations maybe to put their own like sites if they want to be listed on your site?
I would like to get there, yes. Right now, these are places that I have happened to be this summer taking my own photos because it was an unexpected barrier that I could not find images of these specific local locations online for free. So I have been adding things as I have gone places, but as it grows and hopefully becomes more popular, I really would love to partner with different places in the community to make sure people can find them. Thank you.
Thanks, Brielle. In the Zoom call, just share your screen. Yes, thank you, Max. Zoom call. Search for Zoom. And we get the same things for classes. You're good. Yep, just open the screen. And then join the video and put yourself on mute. So you can do join the period. Okay. Yeah, got it. Max, can you unmute or allow Ariel to show video? No, you're good. Actually, stay muted, yeah. Just put your video on. Okay, good. And now share screen. And then let's go to your presentation. And then over in the corner. See that present button. Okay, good to go.
All right. Hi, my name is Dominique, and today I'm presenting Black Blossom Vibe. This is just a table of contents. So today we're going to go over what Black Blossom Vibe is, who am I, the issues I encountered, and a little caption of my demo. So a little bit about myself growing up. I have always been interested in unifying the world. My father was an airman for the Air Force. So me and my family traveled around a lot. Growing up, that made me grow up a lot faster than most kids. So I experienced a lot of diverse cultures, hidden worlds, and learned a lot of secrets. So for me, growing up as a millennial meant that pretty much my whole family came up to me for technical issues. And then I quickly realized that it was a form of troubleshooting. Much like design, we created our own destinies with the webs we weave, or in this case, the codes that we do. My mission is pretty much to unify the world through technology and design. The problem that I encountered before the capstone was I saw how the world was going. We pretty much have a battle of ourselves and others. Communication is a key that is constantly overlooked. We tend to forget about ourselves, and in return, we forget about each other. Before everything else, before understanding and rebuilding with others, we have to rebuild and learn to pretty much build with ourselves. Hence, Black Blossom Vibe was pretty much built. This is an outlook created for individuals who are learning to pretty much cope and have new perspectives on leaning on each other on times of emotional needs and stress. The mission is to enlighten our peers and on their journeys and embrace every milestone pretty much we all make. So the strengths that Black Blossom have, we're gonna be countering learning coping techniques through natural remedies and positive affirmations. The weaknesses we want to do is self-doubt, anxiety, depression, and rejection. The opportunities is more like, people dance, people sing, trying to figure out coping mechanisms. And the threats, we're going to talk about like gaslighting, scapegoating, passive aggressiveness when it comes to other people. This slide right here is just a slide of the techniques that I use. So I use some React, some JavaScript, Heroku, CSS. For this, it was also GitHub and Bootstrap. And I had my trials too. At the beginning of class, I was rocking it. Like I was reliving my MySpace days. Like it was fun. But my imposter syndrome kicked in when JavaScript and React happened. And then once I battled that demon, my bunny rabbit died. So yeah, she was my coding buddy, my coding bunny, I like to call her. So I just want to let y'all know that pretty much, Marcy, we made it. So it is now showtime. So this is what I am working on. Virtual background. You want me to use the video?
You're good.
Okay. So this is the home page. This whole thing is right now, it is front end. I do have a back end, but I haven't put it together just yet. And let's see if I could. It's taking a little bit longer. But for me, I used a lot of response. I'm into graphics, I'm into design. So I like to make things pretty. I like to make things interactive. So as you can see right here, it's like the buttons, first they turn pink. Here, this is just a little page of the flowers of what they mean. There's different properties, like for rose water, you can make toners with it, natural toners for your skin. And then I will show you guys another. These are the projects I'm currently working on. So I'm doing something with flowers. I'm also doing something with stones that you can see with the buttons right here. And I'm also doing studies on LED lights because I have also noticed that purple lining, whenever I'm stressed out, it definitely soothes my headaches. So I noticed that. And right now I'm currently working on getting these buttons established right here. That's the light therapy one. And then my first website was my actual art site, and that is that right there, but we'll talk about that on another day. So thank you.
Questions for Dominique and Jaheal? Are you all set to demo?
I just wanted to let her know that she still had 30 seconds left. She didn't want to talk about it. This was just your 2-minute.
Oh, well, no, I cut like slides from yesterday. So I think I cut a little too much, but it's all right.
Questions for Dominique, anyone?
You have questions? Oh.
So, yeah, I noticed some of your artwork there was pretty impressive. So are you the artist?
I am.
Wow, great.
Thank you. Thank you.
How did you digitize it?
This is-
Are they like, is it a really big picture and you just shrunk it down for digital?
Oh no, I use a tablet. I use a iPad Air tablet, and the program I use is Procreate, and I also use Affirmity.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Any other questions?
Oh,
Sorry.
I actually drew on myself. Oh, no, that is Google. I actually found those on Unsplash. No, you're welcome. All set.
Thanks very much, Dominique.
Thank you.
All good for power? Presentation. All right. All right, everyone. Up now we have Jaheal Smith, and on deck we have Kyle Gilbert. Go ahead, Jaheal.
Hi, my name is Jaheal Smith, and I'm going to present my capstone presentation with you all. Before I start, I want to say that, thank you for Careers and Code for accepting me into this program. It's been a really, I guess, tremendous opportunity that I'm glad that it took. And I had a lot of ups and downs, but I'm glad that I was able to overcome some of my obstacles. I'll talk more about that later. But anyways, I just want to say that, sorry, something appeared on my screen. Anyways, I want to say that thank you for Careers and Code for turning me into like a coding hobbyist into a actual, professional developer, web developer now. I did? Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, yeah, it did drop. Okay.
Try.
That's why it dropped.
Can you send me this link on Slack?
Sure.
And then I can try to pull it up.
Yeah, my fault. Wait, but I need the screen.
Yeah. You want to keep going, and then I'll get the
Mhm.
slides.
So anyways. Keep it going. Just
Yeah, just you can just do a slide with that. Sorry, and then it's right.
yep. I'll just load it up. The internet's still down.
This.
Yeah.
You want to do your presentation, those slides.
I need the internet to get the
Okay.
API. Yeah.
All right. Why don't we have you go last?
Yeah, my fault. Yeah.
All right, we're gonna have Jaheal come back when his internet comes back. Let's give a round of applause. Sorry, folks, technical difficulties. Up now, we have Kyle Gilbert, and on deck, we have Latonya. So, on the video, share screen. Yep. Yeah, keep it muted. We'll hear it.
Until I do the, oh,
Yeah, we'll hear it over here, even though it's muted there. So that makes sense. The audio comes out of here.
I just need to put my website
yeah,
on
yeah.
there, then I have to read.
Yeah.
Right.
Just make sure you have the screen.
Thank you. Hi, my name is Kyle Gilbert, and my capstone is called Syracuse Walkumentary. And I'm going to start by telling you a little bit about myself. I am passionate about things that interest me, and I've had passion for languages my entire life. That led me to start a dual major in French and German in college, and ultimately pursue a linguistics degree. So I studied what I loved, but as you may guess, I've never worked in that field. I've been an office manager for 15 years, and I've always just saved the things that I was passionate about for my spare time. About 3 years ago, I decided to make a career change. And that was a really hard decision for me. It's not something I did lightly because I'm a very loyal person, but I had this idea of returning to my interest in HTML from college in my work study job in my campus tech center and expanding on that knowledge.
And I really committed to the career change when I realized that I could combine my interest in language with my former interest in code through natural language processing. So a friend told me about careers in code the day of the Cohort 1 kickoff. And I was terrified to go to the kickoff event, but I pushed myself to do it, and I found this wonderful community of Hack Upstate. I started going to Hack Upstate's Women in Coding meetings, and I taught myself Python a little bit, and that confirmed that this is absolutely for me, that it suits my ability to solve problems and it suits my creativity. The people at Women in Coding encouraged me to go to a hackathon, and I did that. And I was mostly an observer there, but on a break, I came across a problem that ultimately became my capstone project 2 years later. I found this paper booklet for a walking tour of Syracuse history. And I thought, this is cumbersome. This should be on your phone so that you can listen to it while you're looking around at the things that it's describing. And it should have sound effects so that it could be more immersive. So fast forward 2 years later, I got into careers in code. And when I chose my capstone, I began building the only audio-based tour of downtown Syracuse history. While building it, I fell in love with the process of coding. Now, in addition to French and German, I speak JavaScript. And I'm looking forward to all the language learning to come. I'm so excited that I no longer have to relegate the things that I'm passionate about to my spare time. I get to have a career doing this. I have never met a more welcoming, supportive, generous group of people than the Syracuse tech community, and I feel so lucky to be a part of it. So this is what I used to build my capstone. My front end was in React and JavaScript and HTML and SCSS. Back end is Node.js with Express and PostgreSQL with SQLize. And this is my website. So the brochure that I found was mostly about buildings and architecture, but I find people more interesting. So based on that, I chose two significant things of the past 2 years, the Black Lives Matter movement and the 100th anniversary of women winning the right to vote, which incidentally, today is the 101st anniversary of that passing. And I chose to focus on the stories of American struggles for freedom and equality. So my website is built with mobile first design. So I have all these pictures in here for the larger screen, but most people would probably be looking at it on their phones and the pictures would disappear like that. And the responsiveness of the homepage is with Bootstrap breakpoints. And the idea is you would go to the map here, and the map is with the Google Maps API, which was pretty straightforward in vanilla JavaScript, but very frustrating in React. And you would click these different markers to decide where you wanted to go and read about it. And then when you decided where you wanted to go, you would click Show My Location, and that is with HTML geolocation. And actually, it's set to downtown Syracuse right now because since we're in DeWitt, it would go off the map. And then you would choose the place that you wanted to go to and hit Get Directions. And once you'd walked to the place, you would continue to the page. And my tour pages data is all coming from my API with the database that I created. And just trying to get to the, this is how it would look on a phone. And it's looping through the data using maps, so you can change the images. And I have HTML audio playing different sound clips. So the default
The area surrounding Fayette Park was home to several abolitionists, and the park and houses around it.
So the default audio. Sorry, the default audio is the is the narrative, and then you can also choose different sound effects and play those as well. Thank you.
Yeah, you might need to plug in Wi-Fi real quick.
I already had it.
Yeah, just open up Zoom. Because you'll join the Zoom call and then
Okay.
you'll share your screen.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the same meeting. You might need to reconnect to Wi-Fi.
Oh, do I need to look at my phone?
And you can use mine actually.
Okay.
Hold that Wi-Fi screen. That window.
Oh, that dolphin.
Yeah, whatever that window was.
This one here.
Yeah, for some reason.
So it
One
gives
sec,
me
folks, just having internet issues with a couple folks. Yeah. So
Okay.
sorry. You're not the only one, so don't worry. Yeah, if you can join.
Now doing that.
Join. Yep. Join. So you join with video and then you share your screen. You're good to go.
Okay. So I can,
So share screen.
and then can I minimize this?
Yeah, once you share it. Just continue.
Can you find it? Or-
Yep.
Um,
Do you have a presentation deck?
Nope, remember I'm doing my
yeah.
sites. So I'm all
So
set?
you're good to go. Yeah.
Hello, Code World. Sorry for the delay. My name is Latonia Matrice. That's my first name. It's usually shortened to Latonia. And when I found out about careers in code, I was in a place where I knew I had to do something different. You know how we're always looking for opportunities and we want to take those opportunities. I wanted to be in a place where I can make strategic decisions about my opportunities. I wanted to create opportunities. And I feel like that's something that Careers in Code has given me. We talked about the fact that they trained us for full stack JavaScript, and we mentioned that they gave us a career coach. And we talked about the fact that we had a life coach, but it was so much more than that. It was them holding us accountable. You know, when we were told we had to do action steps and we weren't quite meeting that quota, Laura said, okay, well, we'll do them together. You know, they really put in place a holistic approach to helping us be successful. And I'm extremely grateful for that. So I just wanted to share that. Now you'll notice I don't have a slide deck, but that's because I have two different sites I want to share with you. This one is my capstone. And my concept was to make something that's shiny and pretty and kind of lets you know that I'm interested in design. And all of the content that you're going to see is original content that I captured while I was in Costa Rica. So as you can see on my site, it's responsive. See some videos here. I opted not to use a submit button, so it auto sorts when you search. You can see down at the bottom, I'm calling the Open Weather API in two different spots. So this is the current weather in New York, the current weather in Costa Rica. When you navigate through my site, you see the body links. This is the one I'm going to focus on when I get to my other site. If you click on this, it takes you to my digital portfolio, latoniamatrice.dev. If you click on this button, it is wired. I want to click through. It's going to take you to this page, which is also wired. It's authenticated by Auth0. And once you authenticate, then you can go through and you would be on this page where you can enter your information, create an account, or update your account. This page is actually not fully wired right now, but if you visit my site, you will get here and you can input information. This is what the back end looks like. You hear people talking about the back end. This is what it looks like from the outside. So when I talked about those APIs in the front, this is where they're being called from. This page is going to take a little bit to load just because I'm screen sharing, but this is my digital portfolio gateway. You see over here, I have a whole line of links. This is how you can connect with me. Down here, I have audio. One of the things that we did with career coaching was mock interviews. So I went through mine and I pulled out clips and I put together something I can put on here as kind of an intro so people can kind of hear what I think, how I think, and how I do and why I do what I do. And then also here, you can access my resume if you were interested. Now, one thing that's on here, you saw a scan bar, that would take you to my Trello board. I'm very proud of my Trello board. I put a lot of work into this. What you see is that I got a lot of stuff done. And there's a lot of stuff I didn't get done. And I'm gonna leave it like this because it's a true reflection of where I was at this point in time. But if I could keep going on this, I would refactor code. I would probably wire everything up. I would just get it in a place where it can go to a whole other scale, because initially that was my thought. I thought I was going to build this whole database. And then I was going to put all these videos and all this content that I have, because I do photography and graphic design. And I quickly learned that coding is hard. You can't do all of that. So I had to scale back and make decisions about what I could keep and what I couldn't. And I'm really happy with what came out of it, but I know I need to keep learning. I need to keep pushing myself and hopefully get to a place where when I say hello, code world, it says hello back. Thank you.
All right, questions for LaTonya?
Thanks, LaTonya. All right, up now we have Sara Dow, who is joining us virtually today. And then on deck, we have Shah Mansoor. Sara, can you hear us all right?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Can you guys hear Sara okay?
All right. Hi, everybody. My name is Sara Dow, and I just want to say I'm so sorry that I couldn't be there in person tonight, but I'm very excited to be speaking to you anyway. So the name of my project is Hello Syracuse. And a little bit about me, I am a baker currently. So if you've ever been to Water Street Bagel downtown, you've probably eaten a bagel that I've made. I also come from a linguistics background. And I stumbled upon careers in code because I was looking for a change of career that allowed me to continue learning and growing, and most importantly, because I'm very passionate about it, problem solve. Here's my contact information. If you wanted to pull up this slide deck yourself, you can go to tinyurl.com/hellosyr. And the problem I wanted to solve, like a couple of my other classmates, was what is there to do in Syracuse? So I was that person Googling Syracuse events or what is there to do in Syracuse this weekend. And I just wasn't happy with the results. But I would hear by word of mouth, like, oh, there's a pop-up bakery, there's a night market, there's an art show. And those things were just too difficult to find. So my solution was to get all those hard to find events in one place that's easily accessible. So I wanted a focused approach, and by that I mean targeting these local businesses, groups, and organizations that are holding these events, and how I wanted to take my shot at web scraping. So here's a little bit of my creative process. The whiteboard was instrumental in brainstorming, and in the top left you can see my post-it note wall, which says to do, doing, and done right at the top, which kept me on target, and a notebook just filled with so many notes. Here's my tech stack. I used React on my front end, which I loved, and my back end is Node with Express and SQLized with a Postgres database. I also used Heroku for deployment and Auth0 for user authentication. And here's a couple of the challenges. There were many, many challenges, but a big one was data inconsistencies. Like every website presents their data in a different way, which caused different types of issues within my project, whether it was issues inserting that data into my database or just user interface issues. So I had to find ways to work around those and parse the data the way I needed it. And second was research. Researching issues is a whole other skill set to do efficiently. And I spent a lot of time researching solutions that made sense for my project. Also figuring out how to utilize packages that I needed when the syntax was unfamiliar. Like, for example, I used Cheerio for my web scraping, and I had to learn a little bit of jQuery syntax, which was new to me. But shout out to Mack for pushing me in the direction of Cheerio, because I actually had a lot of fun with it. All right, and demo time. All right, so here's my website, Hello Syracuse. So as you can see here, I have events, dining, and music tabs. The live music tab takes you to a list of scraped concerts locally. The dining tab will take you to all, not all, but local restaurants and bars in the area. And then the big one is the events tab, which I scraped again using Cheerio. And how that works is Cheerio goes to the website, looks in the HTML markup, and I'm able to grab the data I need from that. So when that comes back from Cheerio, it looks a lot like this. And then I'm able to parse the data the way I want it, for example, the date, and make it look nice, and insert it into my database. So when it comes back from that, I get this nice list of events, and you can click more information to find out more. These buttons aren't wired up yet. That's next on deck, but I wanted more user engagement. So I wanted to make an add to favorites, an attending button, and a share. But you can sign up for a user account here, and it'll take you here where you can see your favorites and your attending. And all this information comes straight from the Google account or however you choose to sign up, thanks to Auth0, which was awesome. Yeah, that's pretty much it for now. But I want to thank you all so much. Thank you to the Careers and Code staff, teachers, and TAs, and congratulations to my fellow students.
Thanks so much, Sarah.
Any questions for Sarah? I'll yell them out. Laura? Speak up.
Sarah, does your system call the data repeatedly or on a certain routine?
I'm so sorry, I cannot hear.
Laura, you want to come up and just talk right in the speaker? If you don't mind. You're right here.
Sarah, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, does your system call up from the server
repeatedly, or is it on a time?
That's a great question. Yeah, I use a package called Chrome Schedule, and I set it to scrape once a day.
All right, Sarah, thank you very much. All right, up now we have Shah Mansoor, and then lastly here we have Ariel Murphy.
Hi, everyone. My name is Shah. I came to Syracuse in 2018. After arriving in Syracuse, I started working at a local organization. I love my job. It was great. But after working a few months, I realized that it wasn't challenging enough. It wasn't pushing me. And I wasn't learning, honestly, quite or anything new. So I had a decision to make to change my career. So I said, I'm good at solving problems. One of the skills that I have is looking at a problem, at a complex business problem, and breaking down into small activities. So I said, this skill is perfect, compatible, or matches well with coding. So what if you convert this to your coding and design apps? And my passion is to help businesses use technology to solve problems. So for my Capstone, I have two projects. One is a full stack web app. The other is Salesforce, an app for nonprofits to use grant management and also track clients' interaction and reportings. The reason that I have two is that I finished the first one, and then a few weeks ago, I realized I was looking at the stuff that we have learned. I was like, we have learned a lot of stuff. I need to do more. So I talked to Jesse and said a few weeks ago, I said, can I take another one? He was like, yeah, great. I said, I will either produce something great, or I will fail spectacularly. And I'm happy that I was able to produce something. So for my stack, for a full stack app, I've used all the tools and technologies that we have used in the bootcamp. The backend is still work in progress. I've done some work, but still it's in progress, especially the database side of it. I'm excited and proud to let you know that this website is actually being used by a business. So it's live, they've been using it. It's also connected to the other systems. Let me show the actual website. So this is the actual website, the home page. For the front end, I've used CSS, JavaScript, and HTML. For the backend, I used Node.js and also PostGrid, email API, and email SMTP. I could have done with JavaScript, plain JavaScript as well, but SendGrid gives you a lot more options. With SendGrid, you can do monitoring, and also it gives you more security, and you have more control over it. So this is a complete backend. Like I said, the other part, which is database, I'm working on that. So clients will be able to log into the website, fill out their forms, and submit. So that way they can request services, and the business will be able to respond to their emails. I am also looking at allowing a feature or creating a feature where you can clients can upload files. So I will go to my second project. For this project, I wanted to do something new for two reasons. First of all, in order to succeed in this field, you need to be able to look at the new tools and quickly learn or implement it. You shouldn't be, oh, I have JavaScript or Java, and that's it, I will stick with that. So you have to be able to do that. I've never done coding in Apex or Visual Force, but I was able to solve this business problem using Apex and Visual Force. Also, I wanted to do something by myself without a lot of mentoring, because in the real world, Max is not there with you 24/7. Thank you, Max, for everything. This is actually, I mean, it was a 35-page document. I look at that, created a cheat sheet, kind of a work plan or a business plan for it, to use this for my app. Show time, let me go back to my app. So this is the app. The reason that I use Salesforce is because honestly, realistically, for a small business, it's very difficult to have a developer develop something, let's say in JavaScript, maintain it, implement it, and also pay all the costs like the cloud, security, and other stuff. Salesforce give 10 free licenses for registered 501c3 and nonprofits. So that's something that nonprofits can capitalize on. Also, it's maintainable, it's easy to deploy, and also scalable. You can integrate Slack, you can integrate SMS, and other tools like other third-party tools. So this is the first page. I've added some dummy data. This is where you do the client intake. So most nonprofits, what they do is even small businesses, they register their clients, get all the details. These details are based on the requirement of the RFP. And then you assign them to all of the services. And then they come, receive the services, and you document those services. So this, again, for the front end, for this, I use Visualforce, HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. For the backend, I use Apex, and again, JavaScript, as well as built-in Salesforce tools. These are all tabs like support services, weekly workshops, monthly events, monthly field trips. And the final one is a dashboard that helps you with, sorry, let me just move this out of it. So this is a dashboard that you need for reportings. I've set this up monthly, but you can set this up to be sent to your inbox or any email on a daily basis, weekly, or any frequency that you want. This is just a summary, but based on the fields or the data that you receive, you can produce any report that you want. Last but not least, lessons that I've learned, you should always have a backup regardless of the size of your app. Because if you have a backup, if something goes wrong, you know what you are doing. In my case, since I was doing with an actual business, the email services will last for a few minutes. They called and say, hey, our clients cannot receive emails. I was like, oh, wow. Just give me a few minutes. I was able to diagnose the problem and solve it.
Big shot.
Thank you.
Questions for Shah?
How did the diagnostic process go?
Okay, when the email is done, I mean, I knew that it was either something wrong with the API, single EMI integration. I look at that, send a quick email to myself, and it works. So I said there must be something wrong with Gmail integration. So I went to Gmail's. To integrate Gmail with your own domain, you need to add the Mack records. One of the Mack records has been changed. So I went there I logged into Gmail Suite, copied everything, all the Mack records and other indicators, pasted again, and it worked.
Nice.
Yeah.
Great work.
Thank you.
No audio. You don't just screen share. Just make sure. Yep. Yep, there you go. And then just present, and we're good to go.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Ariel. Sorry now in advance. Okay. So I I did Flirt First, a dating app for my capstone. But a little bit about me. So this mic is so high, you guys. So I started coding at 12 with MySpace because I'm a millennial and that's what we did. I do have 3 boys who eat a lot, and what I did before did not pay bills. So this totally seemed like my thing. I did like doing web design before this, but my options were pretty slim as far as what I could do only with HTML and CSS or WordPress and Elementor, a page builder, something that would do it for the customer. I needed more than what I had with WordPress. Upwork is a freelance site. Again, wasn't paying the bills. Didn't do anything since MySpace, and that was what, 2002? Yeah. Also, I'm colorblind, and clients kept telling me to make it pop, and I don't know what that meant because I'm colorblind and nothing pops. So I had that going for me. When we started this in March, I got overzealous and I didn't know how to contain myself. And I literally, my first call with Max, one of the instructors, I said, I'm going to Ariel this up. And he said, I don't know what that means. And I said, buddy, you're gonna. And every instructor then knew what it meant because it went from a negative connotation for me into something I'm proud of. Instead of talking me off the ledge, I'm now going and building full applications, which is not what I was doing 6 months ago.
Just keep going.
Do you have my screen right now?
Nope.
What's up, Jess?
You're should be plugged in there.
It's gone. It's not
Right there.
That's not it.
What are you trying to find? Wasn't it right there?
No.
This one here?
Yeah, we were just kidding. Sorry. So obviously, fake profiles are a big deal. So 1 out of every 3 people are catfished, which is a lot out of almost 16,000 people. I've only been catfished like 11,000 times. So most of those are mine, but it's fine. So my solutions for the app were an authorized chat sign-in. You use your Google account, so there's no extra emails. There's no issues with wondering who is chatting with you. Required video chat. So you have to chat with the person on video prior to actually going on a date, which I thought was a big safety feature, especially for women who are trying to date. And date ratings, which could legally potentially get me in trouble, but I think it's a good idea. I want everybody to know when I went on a date, it was not good. So there's that. So obviously modern problems require modern solutions. And what we're looking at is my front end is HTML, CSS, JavaScript, jQuery, backend, Node, Express. I actually used Firebase for my backend because I found out the hard way that Heroku and I are not friends, and we're going to work on that. We're going to be best friends by the end, I promise. But instead of using SQLize, I liked Firebase for my database because a lot of people hiring right now are actually going through Firebase. As far as that goes, next I'd like to do WebRTC, which is good for video chat. Socket.io, also good. When you go to React Native, that's for a mobile app. Geospatial capabilities, I'm looking for location-wise. You can date within 10 miles, 50 miles, 20 miles, whatever. So I wanted to show you guys real quick. So there is the rating system I have in place. As you can see, nobody should date Rachel. She's only got 2 stars, and I don't think she's going to get them up, okay? When you go past that, there is a Google chat. So while I can sit here and say, I don't know, spelled it wrong, that's okay. Shh, nobody judge me. It shows up here as well. There's 2 different Google, and anybody with a Google account can log in, get it set up, and they're good to go. So you're already authenticated. Anybody on the app can tell who you are based off your Gmail account. So that's all I have. Sorry, I took 7 minutes to break everything up here, but I'm also the last presentation, so you're welcome.
One more after.
Yeah, with Jaheal's.
Oh, okay. No, I'm just kidding. I broke it for you. You're good.
Thanks. Questions for Ariel? Thank you, Ariel. Appreciate it.
You got a question?
It does. I actually have, it's right on the slide. I can send it to you. I can give it to you if that helps. It's actually, bear with me, please. I'm just going to pull it up because I knew. It is todateforlove.com catfishing statistics. It's actually validated a study in the UK through 2017. And it does seem high for 15,000. However, that's just what's reported. That's only reported. So I can only assume the number is higher. But given what they did report, yes.
Ariel. Sharing Zoom.
Oh, do that. Sorry, I'm disconnected. Okay, yeah. I do have internet.
I think with your Zoom, you signed in.
My sign in?
Yeah, you got to go to Zoom. Sign in.
I usually just do it through Gmail. I send it to myself, whatever.
Yeah, Zoom link on.
So it's it's me again. You know, experiencing technical difficulty.
We'll get this working in just a second,
Yep.
folks.
Okay, sweet.
Oh, I'll share screen. Sorry for the Wi-Fi, folks. We're doing the best we can here.
We can see. Cool.
No,
Presentation.
presentation.
Okay, I'm jumping the gun. Or not.
All right, here, you click join that. Join computer audio. Mute yourself. Now get your presentation. So you present. And then you can probably start with the second.
Yep. All right, cool. So you guys already seen this. I'm gonna just run through my slides. I realized that maybe showing my capstone may be the most important thing. And less about me and more about my project. Anyways. Well, okay, I contradicted myself. More about me and less about my project for now. But anyways, there's a picture of me. That's my occupation currently. I'm a solar installer. I guess, installing glass on roofs and also ground. I mean, it's an interesting way of describing it, but that's essentially what we do, and people pay a lot for it. I decided to participate in Careers in Code for two reasons. It was more like a dual reason. One was because I wanted to make sure that I didn't get into debt going to college. So I took a year off and went to trade school for a short period of time. And then I was like, okay, cool. Well, I think I can probably work full time and go back to school. Well, through Careers in Code, I was trying to see if that's actually possible. But I'm learning that maybe I have to give in certain areas because, well, Careers in Code was a really, really intensive boot camp, and I learned a lot from it, and also demanded a lot of time. But my job started demanding a lot of time too because we became short-staffed, and COVID. So that's a common issue that everyone is actually facing. Okay, now what is my capstone? So initially, when we started the program, they wanted us to solve a problem, and I was like, oh, I want to solve something that I think which would change the world or whatever. And then I realized, not everyone is going to actually have an idea to change the world. I think what I found out the main point of a capstone is just to show off the abilities that you learn through the program. So I decided, hey, listen, I still want to make an impact, but maybe it's not going to change anything completely. I decided to go back to my roots because I used to develop video games as a hobby. And I also wanted to, do web design before. So I combined the two by making a educational web application called Grammar Goblins. Also, I decided to make Grammar Goblins, and I got in contact with my old high school teacher, English teacher, so that once we finish deploying the app, we can use it as for the students. So they can know, so we can make, I guess, education more engaging. And also it's for my little sisters too. But anyways, I'm kind of running into a lot of, okay. So what I learned through Careers in Code, I learned also a lot of language front end and back end and stuff like that. And I can say that I'm kind of a reformed, spaghetti coder. I know that sounds really delicious, but it's not really when you're looking at it. So also Max helped me with the extension on VS Code Prettier. That was one of the bad coding habits from before, but I also learned other things. So right now, as you can see, probably, if you notice, I incorrectly spelled some things. Oh, look at me. I don't know. What should I do? Well, I mean, there's an app for it. I think I should use it. Like everyone, showed before, this is my backend. Right now it's cleared. It doesn't have anything in there. Oh, this is my website. It's currently, I guess, pushed up on Heroku, and I also have it through my domain name, but I'm going to change it. So, how to use this app? I wanted to make it really simple, but it's still complicated. So once again, I wanted to have some trial and error. I want it as simple so that maybe a 7-year-old can access it and make their own problems and content. So up here, you just put your name. I was going to use @0, but I didn't have enough time and whatever. So you put your name down. Then you get the problems that you want to solve. So let's see. I'm going to add this one, I guess, grammar issue that we have in here. I'm going to copy the whole entire thing. So this is the text that the goblin is going to read, and it's going to appear on screen.
if we want to fix this problem right there, this grammar issue, we have a solution. I was trying to mimic Kahoot in a sense, where you get to have a quiz and it's interactive. I'm gonna add 2 solutions for the first one. And right now we only have 1 grammar error, so I'm just gonna post this up. Okay, I'm gonna check if this went up. Okay, perfect. So we got 1. I want another problem because I don't want to just stop at 1 because the game is gonna end pretty short. So I just want to do this one more time. Let me know if I don't have enough time or whatever. Or okay. Anyways, I'm gonna put my name again, or maybe no, I'm gonna put a different name. My twin brothers are here. Just to make it so that you can see that it changes. And I'm gonna add 2 grammar corrections. A minute. Oh boy. Okay. Well, anyways, that seems like okay. Well, I'm just gonna hurry up. Thankfully, I'm the last person. All right. I'm just gonna add 4 random things or whatever here. Okay, this is correct. Okay, post it through. I'm gonna check one more time if this went through. It did. Okay, now here's the game. Russian. So I used also I use Game Maker as well. So you can export this into like your Android device or either a website like HTML, some of that. There's a lot of things you can use over multi-purpose, but it's gonna come right here. This is the game. All right, I don't hear the music. Interesting. It's gonna play though. Sweet. So I'm gonna turn it up. And I hear echoes, so that's not good. Maybe I should mute myself. What's going on? All right. Huh? Oh yeah. So when I'm gonna start the game, you press start, and basically what I wrote on there, it's a grammar problem. Which one do you think is the correct answer? I wrote it up there in the API, whatever, but it takes all the information from there. I don't know which one. Oh, okay, I'm done. No, it's okay. I'm gonna take it out. Just stop sharing. Yeah. Okay. All right. Thank you, Jaheal.
All right. Let's give a huge round of applause to all of our graduates from the Capstone project. We have a video prepared for you, but I probably won't play it for sake of time. Just give me 1 second to start sharing again, folks. Give me 1 sec. I know we're running a little behind. All right, hard part's done, everyone. Okay, we have a video, but again, for sake of time, we'll put a link on social media and whatnot, but we're running way behind here. It's an awesome video. It's a really cool look back on your 24 weeks, but I'm not gonna play it just for time here. Do we wanna see it or no? Okay, fine. All right, you guys convinced me. You guys, all right, 1 sec. Hold on, I need to get audio. Sorry, yes, let me do that. 1 second, folks. Of course, now I'm going to take a picture of this. Bottom left, here. Yeah. Thank you, Max.
Effort to do and to get through this program.
So you guys are almost a full month in. Anyone tired yet? A little bit.
Happy Monday. How did the weekend project go?
Happy Monday, everybody.
Sorry, everyone. I haven't done this in-person thing in a while. Okay, promise now, we got it going.
Max, we'll hand it over to you and let you take it away.
My name is Max Matthews. I was lucky enough to be involved with Cohort 1 and teaching over there.
Hello, everyone. It's 5:30 and time to dive into another week of Careers in Code.
Are you guys ready for week 2? I mean, this takes a lot of effort to do and to get through this program.
So, you guys are almost a full month in. Anyone tired yet? A little bit.
Happy Monday. How did the weekend project go?
Happy Monday, everybody. I hope you guys had a good day, good weekend. So we have a guest speaker tonight.
So that's really about all I had prepared here for today. Tomorrow, just to give you a little bit of a preview, we're going to talk about an actual protocol, not a contrived protocol. A protocol called HTTP.
First time I'm sharing my screen, so I'm going to see if I can do this.
I guess I'll just jump into kind of introducing who I am and what I can bring to the table here. So my name is Joey Budzik. I am a senior front-end software engineer.
Congratulations to all of you that are here and continuing in the program. Last time I saw all of you was like March 10th, I think.
You're at the end of the cohort, I know that, but this is my first time meeting you. Before I kind of go into my spiel and tell you guys about myself, I want you all to just tell me who you are.
I would actually argue that I started with the same sort of fear about that. A big part of this is like you're not going to know until you do start trying. Start small, you know?
Hello, everyone. So great to meet you all. As you said, my name is Ariel Smith, and I am here on behalf of Erie 21.
Thank you very much. I'm going to share the presentation from my screen here. Just a quick pulse check. Give me a thumbs up in the video or in the chat.
Let's see, I will share my screen then. My name is Annalena Davis, like Caitlin said. My background is pretty varied.
Great to be here. I'm going to start off by making an assertion, expressing an opinion that I have.
Thank you so much for the warm welcome and the introduction. I've been exploring synergies with you guys for almost a year.
So really the obvious question some people might be asking is, what is augmented reality? So first I just want to explain some of the different types of realities that we have in this emerging field that we call spatial computing.
I just want to say, first of all, thank you to the leadership team for having me today. I respect your organization, and it's great to be involved in some capacity with what you guys are doing. So
my name is Glenn Allen, and I've been freelancing for several years.
Thank you. Such a great presentation. I think I will not be able to do it myself.
But yeah, so just kind of super quick. Hey,
could you take a minute to look at my resume? Let them do that.
Okay, so now let me get back to my deck really quick. All right. Okay, one other quick thing before we get and everyone walks the stage, sorry. All of our students have written thank you notes to all the instructors, teaching assistants, and guest speakers. I got a bunch of envelopes. They're going to be up here. So instructors, TAs, guest speakers, if you're joining us here tonight, please grab them before you leave. If you're not here in person, I will get them to you via email. So thanks, students, for writing all those thank you letters. Without further ado, we will finally kick off the graduation ceremony. At this time, we're pleased to begin the graduation ceremony for the second cohort of Careers in Code. So Doug, if you're still here, Dana, Jason, Laura, if you'd like to join me on the stage, please. While our team is coming up here, a couple of quick logistics. Each student will come up one by one and receive their diplomas from Dana. You're going to come up from this side and you're going to leave from that side. Audience, feel free to applaud after each student comes up, take pictures, go crazy, all that good stuff. Students, as you pass our team, you can feel free to shake hands if you like, hug, do whatever you like, or you can do nothing. It's whatever you are comfortable with. You can do a fist bump, elbow touch, whatever you like. For the graduates, once you have your diplomas, please return to your seats because the stage isn't big enough to have everyone on here. We'll get a group photo afterwards with everyone. We have some students that are turning in virtually here for today, Sarah, so please applaud them as you would everyone here in person. All right. Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be great. So kind of pause here on the stage for a photo. Excellent. Thank you, Dave. All right. All of our students have met the expectations for graduation here today. Sorry. Before our students walk the stage, I just want to say a couple really quick words here. I'm sure you've all heard this a million times by now, but today doesn't mark the end of your software development journey. Today, instead, really marks an important milestone in all of your software development careers. These past 24 weeks have all prepared you to take on any problem or challenges that you face in the next chapter of your life. We've learned a tremendous amount from all of you, and we can't thank you all enough for all your hard work, your dedication, and motivation to complete this program. Remember to never stop learning. You're a lifelong student. We'll miss you. And it's gonna be kind of weird not going to classes 5:30 to 8:30 for the next couple of days, but we'll miss you. You're all gonna do amazing things in the next chapter of your life, in your career, and please don't forget about us. So I'd now like to begin by calling the first student's name to receive their Careers in Code diploma. This will be in the same order you just presented your capstones. So first, I'd like to call up Susan Bader to receive her Careers in Code diploma.
Thank you.
It's in the envelopes, by the way.
I'm smiling, you can't tell.
We'll get some more photos after. Congratulations, Susan. Next, I'd like to call Brandy Mack to receive her certificate. I think we're going with fist bumps, everyone. Congratulations, Brandy. Up next, Brielle Dailey. Congratulations. Great. Dominique Wynn. Kyle Gilbert. Yeah. Latonia Matrice Shepherd Walker.
Wait, hold on.
Sara Dow, who is joining us virtually, but please give her a huge round of applause. We'll mail your certificate to you, Sarah. Shah Mansoor. And Ariel Murphy.
There we go. Thank you.
And last, Jaheal Smith. All right. We do have one student who unfortunately could not make it here tonight due to an immediate family emergency. So I'd like to also congratulate Melaquan Saffold, who will be presenting his capstone at a later time. All right. Congratulations to the second cohort of Careers in Code. All right, instructors, guest speakers, TAs, I'll put the thank you notes in just a minute. Grab food, take some home with you. And thank you everyone for joining us here tonight and celebrating this very special event. Thank you. Yeah, students, if you can hang out by the stage, we'll actually get your diplomas out to take a picture.
There's so much pizza.
What do you want them to do with their thank you cards?
Can you put them all on the stage here?
Oh, okay.
You see the packets in the back? Can you put those?
You weren't gonna put them on the stage.
What do you think would work? I mean,
Either they stay down there and I stay up here. Better.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I want to do a plain level like up against the wall. Maybe that works. Right. Yeah. Okay. So I'll tell them to meet over there. Okay. Graduates of Careers in Code, please meet our photographer over here for a group photo, and then you're good to go. Graduates, please bring your certificates, take them out of the envelopes, and meet our photographer over here, please. Thank you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm working the